What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Weekly Review, home of the Wolf Pack, your number one source of cryptotainment to get you through the bear market. Oh man, my predictions are spot on. Literally 4 days after I made the video about Ethereum being too centralized in the United States, we have a SEC lawsuit against them. Now, we are going to dissect that, the FOMC meeting, and so many memes. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into the charts.
You big all sus, yeah. I just doubled up on crypto. I just doubled down on the new vest. Now my chair looking like 2 checks. Type of money made me want a 2-step. Who next? This week I be on the moon next. Stock going up like 2x. That's a fast flip like suplex. 2 really stepping like a duplex. You bet never lose change, but I do flex.
Bitcoin on the daily chart is struggling to stay above 19K as it is being suppressed by that room full of guys that dumps on you every time you buy.
Yeah.
Going into the FOMC meeting, we had a nice scam wick that got rejected by the point of control, still below the 21 exponential moving average, and I believe soon we are going to take out the S2 pivot. However, I foresee some serious swings in volatility coming up before we have our ultimate decision to the downside. I was saying Bitcoin draws these long, excruciating patterns that eventually break to the downside. We've had plenty of opportunities, plenty of short squeezes, plenty of scam wicks. Now I believe it is finally time to take out the low of 17.8, and you shouldn't be afraid of it because you can have the opportunity of buying discounted coins, and also it is a chance to reload the markets, restart bull, and finally get rid of your bear market girlfriend once and for good. The next target is way down there at 16K. We could get an impulse down, but more likely a grind. Now, I am not going to be buying here, although I think there's a good risk reward here. I'm still waiting for about 13K, 14K before I ape in. Ethereum today also tried to have a little bit of a bounce, but this is how it turned out. The next pivot on the daily chart for ETH is, of course, $1,000. That is a good risk reward trade setup right there. However, I would be looking for the door on a pump right here. I'd be taking profits. Look at the weekly downtrend here on Ethereum. 1, 2, 3, 4 times rejecting the 21 exponential moving average right here. I still think we're going to take out these lows of 886. Anywhere below that, I think, is a good buy for Ethereum, especially the nasty FUD with the SEC and the lawsuit coming. I think we could definitely hit my ultimate target of about $517 or about $439 for Ethereum. It is not looking good on the weekly chart. There is not a whole lot of support underneath Ethereum. Everybody was waiting and getting prepared for the FOMC meeting today. Everyone is expecting a big dump as the Federal Reserve raised interest rates. Today, the Federal Reserve finally came out and raised interest rates 75 basis points. Everybody was waiting for this. Everybody was preparing for the big FOMC. Well, it didn't really do much to move the market. In fact, the S&P 500 is up today, but just never ever trust the knee-jerk reaction of the markets after a rate hike. The DXY hits 111 new highs going into the FOMC meeting, which is good for Americans, but it is bad for emerging markets that hold dollar-denominated debt. It also hurts the United States exports as our goods become more expensive relative to other currencies. Also, it hurts the euro. The euro is absolutely plummeting on rising tensions in Europe. If the euro continues to plummet at this rate, I'll be able to buy the Neuschwanstein Castle by the end of the year. Well, the SEC won't let me be me. The SEC is trying to gain authority over Ethereum. We were talking about this in the last video. I said I didn't like that over 50% of ETH is staked on US-based platforms like Coinbase, Lido, and Kraken. This is giving the government authority over Ethereum, and they are trying to unplug the network. I was saying this was going to happen in the previous video. My predictions are hella accurate. They are hella bearish too. Wait until bull market, I'm going to be lit. Now, the SEC not only has a claim to the staking, but also the nodes. You can see 50% of all nodes on Ethereum are in the United States. Second is only Germany at 8.6%. There is going to be a court case over Ethereum being a security. There's no way around that, but we could win. We could defeat Gary Gensler because he thinks everything is a security. He would probably shut down a lemonade stand.
Isn't centralization necessary to constitute a common enterprise?
Look.
Come on, Gary. Isn't it time to give it up? Hang up the coat, man. Enjoy your life. Chase your true passions.
So I decided to become a singer instead.
I'd like to be the moon.
Now you know why I wasn't a big fan of Ethereum ditching proof of work. I knew that the government was going to come after it, but I didn't think it would be that fast. In fact, now they're actually coming after influencers under this clause as well. They are trying to take out I Am Balina. Guys, that was a test dummy, okay, not a person. All right. Crypto influencer I Am Balina is being charged by the SEC for promoting an ICO in 2018. That is 4 years ago. Now, this is the era that I came from. People like that would take huge bonuses. He took a 30% bonus on his Sparkster ICO and then promoted it. Well, the whole thing crashed. It took forever for Sparkster to launch. And then when it did, it was a load of BS. Does that sound familiar? I Am Balina did not accept a plea deal. He is taking this thing to court, and I hope he wins. Free I Am Balina. Not that he didn't dump on people, not that he didn't promote securities, but the precedent that it sets for influencers abroad. I bet you BitBoy Crypto is sweating bullets right about now.
First and foremost, F you.
Because he was also paid to push people into projects that got absolutely destroyed. I'm looking forward to the next token metrics paper, top 10 coins you should buy before you go to jail. The Sajdeya got a cease and desist letter from the SEC Monday. Now, Sparkster raised about $30 million from 4,000 investors. Now they will have to repay that $30 million plus $4.6 million in prejudgment interest and $500,000 penalty. Now, Daya himself will have to pay $250,000 in a civil penalty. Now, where is this money going though? I mean, I lived in that era. We all did ICO pools. It was on Telegram. Everything was anonymous. Guess what, guys? Nobody's getting their money back. All of that money is going to the SEC. Instead, they're going to use that money to prosecute Ethereum. I hope Vitalik finds a nice apartment next to Moon Carl in Dubai. The next story is a 23-year-old self-described crypto king. He is facing allegations that he took at least $35 million from investors in Ontario, only for that money to disappear. He bought 2 McLarens, 2 BMWs, a Lamborghini, and he was renting a $45,000 a month mansion in Burlington. First off, who pays $45,000 a month to live in Burlington? A lot of people lost a lot of money and got hurt. Now, 29 creditors are claiming they're owed nearly $13 million in a bankruptcy proceeding. Guys, don't give $35 million to a 23-year-old kid. Unless, of course, it is this 23-year-old kid we gave all our money to. We all thought MicroStrategies will get margin called and dump all of their Bitcoin, but they have been very resilient. In fact, they have bought $6 million worth of Bitcoin. That is about 300 Bitcoin at the price of $19.5. And just like every time Michael Saylor buys, it dumped. But Michael Saylor is resilient. He is the Giga Chad of crypto. I hope he beats his tax fraud charges. If he can beat those and we can make it to the next bull market without a margin call, he will be seriously dodging a massive bullet. He could be the luckiest guy in crypto. Hex on the weekly chart has set a new low at 2.7 cents. We had a nice bounce, but it ended in disaster. Everything is up a little bit today after the big FOMC. We are having a bounce attempt. I would be watching the 3.5 cent mark, this pivot right here. I think we could consolidate to the upside a little bit and wait for the 21 to cross the S1 pivot and probably get a rejection here. We really need to touch the 21 exponential moving average because this right here is in a daily downtrend right now. We need to at least come up here and show some signs of life or the party is going to end really badly. Hex has the best product market fit. It pumped the best. It has the best logo. It has the best community. And it also is the best at dumping.
Is this not why you were here?
I troll Hex a lot. I called the top in Hex. I sold 45 cents. I am through and through a Hexican. I just think that Hex is going to go a lot lower. And here's why you shouldn't fear that. If you wanted to be the golden goose whale, the person who just sells the interest and restakes and just lives their life like that, this could be your chance. If we do get some sort of massive capitulation flush in Hex, that is your opportunity. This isn't the time that you should tune away, but in fact, this is the time that you should really pay attention, set orders, and watch. So for the time being, this right here is going to be the Hex Lambo. Taking a look at XRX on the daily chart, this weird bot looking pattern right here happens to be all of the lotteries that are going on inside their AA lobby or whatever they call it, their launch phase. So we're kind of waiting for this to bleed out. Then I'm going to set up a bunch of stakes here. I still like XRX, okay? This is what capitulation looks like. Anyways, guys, I am moving in a couple of days. As you can see, my lighting is terrible, but my audio is fixed. That's because I left that echoey room and now I'm filming inside a hallway. Okay, so I can't wait to get my studio going. I can't wait to make higher quality content for you. If you want to help support this channel, I don't want anything from you, just a like, a subscription, and share this video with a friend that you think would like my channel. And hang in there, guys. The bottom is close. You saw that Michael Saylor could only afford 6 million Bitcoin. People are running out of money. You know what that means. That means a bottom is close. Okay, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, join the wolf pack, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.